Hi, I'd like to show you another bathroom that we've just finished off. We fitted the L-shaped units around here. Thought you understand, before there was actually a bath running all the way across this wall here. Then there was a small basin just underneath the window and just a close couple W set next to that. So I've taken all out and the customer wanted a shower. So we suggested the offset shower. It's a Myra shower tray, low profile, it's a stone one, and it's got the fast flow waste. It's 1000 by 800 and it just fits in there quite neatly, just behind the door. And we've incorporated this offset quadrant doors. It's a lifetime guarantee on this one. See, it's the classic range, and they clip off at the bottom. So meaning this two buttons you see here, I don't want to do it, I've just got one hand, but you push them both in and the glass will push all the way in, and it hangs quite neatly from the rollers at the top. So you get about to clean everything, and if you want you can actually take them off and you can actually remove the seals. They just clip off here, pull off the seals, and you're just left with the bare glass. So it's easy kept clean. We've used the Grohe bar shower with the rain shower head and handset. It's got a wee diverter on it here. This system in the house, while we're talking about the shower, it was gravity fed system. So what that meant was it was poor pressure. So they've got the hot water cylinder on the same level as the bathroom outside. So we incorporated a Salamander 3-bar pump, which sits nicely at the bottom of the cylinder. So every time you turn on the shower, it just works automatically and produces a nice flow to either the head or the handset. We've got a couple of wee sticks. I've just come round fitting the mirror over the basin, so we've glued that onto the wall, and after 24 hours we can actually remove that couple of wee sticks. We've used the Mirway furniture going across here, the Mirway trend, and the customers have chosen the one without the handle, so it's a nice unit, well finished off, and it's got the soft close hinges on it, and we've got the back to wall toilet. So we had to leave a wee space at the end here. It's handy for towels. It just allows you to really open this door here, but if you can imagine if there was a door on this side, it would hit against the basin, but it's a nice open shelf for towels, etc. We've used the Fibo panel again. This is a great panel, and you don't see, as I said, the joints. When they're tongue and groove together, the joint, and it's actually worked on a grout joint. So, and the sealant that actually goes in between that, it just makes it totally waterproof. And the customer wanted the whole room done, so we've completed the whole room, and it looks pretty neat all the way around. And we finish off the edge, so we do away with the facings and skirting and use the trim. In this case we've used the brush aluminium trim. Goes really well with this panel. For around about the door and the internal corners. Even there again, you probably don't even need the internal corners. You can actually butt that too and just run a clear silicone joint up there. But you do need the external corner for the pipe box. But it finishes off really well. And I've went for like a slaty kind of finish on the worktop. And as I came around the corner with the pipe box, we've got the wee mitre joint there. The floor itself is the Karndean floor, which goes really well with the worktop, and you see them both together. It's only a 3mm joint strip we've actually used in between, and it's cut neatly around about the shower tray. So it's totally waterproof, unlike some laminates you get. It's not good. So the basin itself, the unit, going back to the units, so it's a Mirway unit, and the side gable goes all the way to the floor. So you haven't got a return plinth, it's easy kept clean. These panels are easy enough removed, they just clip off. And for the flush of the toilet, you've got a dual flush. And it's a full back to wall toilet. So it's quite neat. We've incorporated the PVC ceiling, and we've used, in this case, we've used 4 LED lights again. And we keep the LED lights away from, so we used to kind of put them in the corner, but because you've got the pipe box and you've got the shower, it works quite well going across there and from the window across here. So we've got the 4 lights, and it's more than bright enough, you know, for the room itself. And finish it off round about the window, we've put a new PVC windowsill in, and finished it off with the PVC ingos around about the window itself. So it's really good. Towel warmer, 1700 by 600 chrome towel warmer, more than enough to heat up the room. It's a nice piece of furniture, and incorporated the thermostatic valve at the bottom. The flow and return pipes came up through the floor. We've repositioned them into the wall, and they come up quite neatly into the corner valves. So that makes a huge difference. So all in all, and we installed this corner chrome basket. So there's a lot of chrome baskets on the market. This one in particular is made of brass. It's made of the same material as taps. You never see taps corroding, so that one won't corrode. And I've actually got concealed screws behind that wee cap there. It unscrews and it fixes the basket really well onto the wall. The tap we've used is a Grohe monoblock tap, and also a click waste. So you just click that up and down, and it actually unscrews if you want to take it right out for cleaning. So it's really good, and just the normal flow of water there. So that's probably about all. Oh, the last thing I think it is actually the inline fan. We've incorporated an inline fan, so that's what we call the air valve. The main part of the fan, it's a big metal fan, it goes in the loft, and we insulate the fan, and that one's actually ducted through the roof. We've had a slater Ben in about, and he's actually put a slate piece and a cowl, and it gets just ducted outside, so it obviously lets the steam out, but it doesn't let obviously any rain in because of the cowl.